So welcome to a live playthrough of Super RMN World for Super Mario Bros. X. And with that, I just want to select the right thing.
And it's been a long time since I've actually played Super Mario Bros. X.
And I've got a wheel to side up to see what character we're going to play as for the first several stages. Princess Peach Toadstool it is.
Alright.
I'm gonna get that mouse cursor off my screen. Eli, you finally arrived. Welcome to RMN's World Gallery. I'm very glad you could come today. We have many great works on display for your perusal. Please take a look around. Press up to view each painting's title. The locked galleries are off limits until you've had your fill of each one prior. Take care and enjoy your stay. You have no idea what you just walked into? If you thought this was a harmless gallery visit, you did wrong. Our host isn't as gracious as he seems. I'll explain more later. For now, just keep your cool and explore the gallery. I'll be around. And with that, we're into the actual game.
I will be honest.
Sorry, Halle Babica, I will not need your tutorial level.
I will be honest, I know next to nothing about the lore of the RMN series.
Well, thankfully, Pith here can explain it to us. Ahem, the legend of RMN Bros. In the beginning, a great red spirit descended from the heavens and wrought the ultimate warp zone. He then called upon the gods to help him build, and they filled it with many strange lands. And they saw that it was... well, they saw something, that's for sure. But let us not be so quick to think ill of this humble beginning, for it sparked a series of events that led to some truly wondrous things.
Wow.
Is the game audio too loud? I never know.
Currently, it sounds fine.
Alright, we're going to start today with Green Grass Gallivant by Ratty524. Also, why does every SMBX game not provide free mushrooms in the hub world? This is like the only episode I know of that does that. Also, I didn't post an announcement to your server. You might want to do that for me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'd hope I could get Desmo in here. Because he's also played this game to completion, and he even made a level for it that we won't see until World 8, but...
yeah, it's been a long time since I've done any SMBX stuff myself. I still have the files for a project I was working on for a while. Haven't really touched it in like a year.
Desmo was a good way done with Super Puzzle World 2. I think he said he was like 60% done last time I recall. Between 60 and 80. I have no idea where that project's ended up at this point.
I feel like he's probably just given up on it.
Yeah, I hope it isn't the recycle bin.
Because, like, I've just stopped working on a lot of the stuff I was working on.
So yeah, this first level is just a generic grassland level, nothing special, except for the pretty fantastic alliteration, courtesy of Ratty. Can I just say that I don't have any problem with levels that just try to be Mario levels? Because I see that complaint a lot with particularly Hello Engine fan games about them being clones, and I'm just like, sure, if they're bad, then brag on them all you want for being bad, but if they're just similar, then what's the real problem?
Yeah, like, everyone seems to want, like, these over-the-top, really cool designs, and, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't feel like it's necessary to go out of your way to make something really, really interesting. As long as the level design is not really garbage.
Which in this game, there's only like 2 or 3 levels that really bother me. One of them's early on in World 2, but...
Like, I get different opinions on the levels I make in different software. Like, some Super Mario Flash levels I made back in the day.
Oh, God.
The first few I submitted, people said were pretty good. The ones
But that's by the
Super Mario
standards of Super Mario Flash, you gotta realize.
Yeah, that is true. Then, the stuff I submitted for Super Mario Bros. X, particularly the Tower of Bias games 7 and 10, the first one, people didn't like. And the second one I submitted, people said they liked the first part, but it turned into a mess after that.
Wasn't Waffle Plains, like, really long? I remember it being really long.
Yeah, I do... I'm pretty sure it was a lengthy level. I did some other long levels in another project.
Anyway, we're moving on to Garden of Delights by Israeri.
But I'm sure you remember seeing a lot of the levels that I made in that one project that Desmo played through.
Oh yeah, that was Battle for Truth, wasn't it?
Yeah, good news is most of those have been redesigned, but they haven't really been released.
I would say good news indeed.
Like, the level Small Kingdom, it now looks a lot different. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell it's the same level.
By the way, I won't be talking to Kelly most of the time in the stages because usually she just gives hints. There are some areas where she's hidden, and in those places she usually has some pretty amusing dialogue. Like there's a hidden Kelly area in World 5 that's really hilarious. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I know there's a spot where I use this P-switch. Where is it? Damn it, Wheel Decide, I could have had a Yoshi by now. Not that it matters, I just freaking lost that. Where is the P-switch spot? Apparently really late. Oh, there's 2 P-switches in this level. I wish I knew that. I did not play this level that long ago. There it is! Yes, I got it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I touched Super Mario Bros. X, because, like, the latest official version, 1.3, kind of stopped working, so I had to switch to the unofficial 2.0.
Oh, 2.0 is garbage!
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to go for. They're trying to add a ton of playable characters and trying to revamp the interface to make it work, but it just doesn't.
I mean, the overall interface is kind of annoying, I won't lie.
Yeah, because you have to, like, if you want to switch to what game you're playing, you have to back all the way out of the game and wait for it to load again, which is bullshit, honestly. Where'd Larry go? He said he was going to show me the harbor. That's a hint of where our first boss is at. He's at the harbor.
Thanks, Nintendo, for taking this game down.
Shroom Lake by Dekiller. Honestly, I'm not sure whether or not I believe Redigit on that story. Because by the time he stopped working on SMBX, Terraria was really close to coming out, or it already was out. One of those two things. So,
Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised if he just, considering Nintendo's kind of draconian policies when it comes to copyright, wouldn't be surprised if it actually happened, but I really don't have any confirmation either way.
Yeah, maybe he just said it happened, so that he wouldn't have to deal with it actually happening later.
But to be honest, if he really was that worried about copyright, then what is the plumber's costume doing in Terraria? And what is the hero's costume doing in Terraria, for that matter?
That's a good point.
Like, obviously he knew they were recolored when Terraria got ported to consoles, so...
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of stuff Like, if you look hard enough, you can tell that Red Digit made both Mario Bros. X and Terraria. Like, for one thing, slope collision, they're hokey as shit in both Terraria and this game. Like, not even joking, there's a technique called hoiking, which allows you to move objects around in Terraria, and that depends on you manipulating slopes in a certain way. And then there's also things like the homing enemy AI, which is really noticeable. And there's also the weird kind of thing where both Super Mario Bros. X and Terraria, after version 1.3, Red Digit stopped working on the project. Kind of an interesting parallel, don't you say?
Yeah.
He eventually came back to Terraria, I think at 1.3.4. Well, speaking of Terraria, that hasn't gotten an update in over a year. And 1.3.5.6 is... or... is it 1.3.4? Terraria's versions are so confusing. There's a confirmed Terraria version that keeps getting spoilers leaked, but it's not come out yet, and I'm confused as to why it hasn't.
They found out that there's a version of Herobrine in this world too, so that's why they keep so they can remove him.
Okay, enlighten me. After I read the port of Idea by Davenport. Enlighten me. What is Terraria and Herobrine?
I have no idea. Just give me a second to write a creepypasta.
So you just made it up?
Yeah. I mean, obviously somebody made Herobrine up.
Was that person... Okay, no, that's a bad joke to make. I'm sorry. I really don't like the Herobrine thing. It's just pure nonsense in my opinion.
Yeah, I've had some people that I've known some people that actually thought he was actually in the game, but no.
When I first heard the word Herobrine, I initially thought it was some kind of weird secret drug in Minecraft, and I was so confused. Because it's kind of close to heroin, so I guess that's what made me make the connection.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on the topic of long levels, Davenport used to be pretty gung-ho about making absurdly long levels. And he's gotten a lot better since then, so his levels in this game are usually pretty good.
Was he the one that I heard had a habit of adding a lot of Switch puzzles?
I bonk a Switch right as you asked that, but yeah!
Because, like, I'm pretty sure when Desmond was playing one of my levels, he made a comment about that.
He made a comment comparing you to Davenport?
Because, like, I had some levels that had switches.
Wasn't Small Kingdom one of them?
Yeah.
That level was awful.
By the way, the updated version does not.
Good.
I even removed an entire section from the level.
I remember that level
still,
taking me upwards of 20 minutes to complete.
But so, you gotta admit, my choice in music for the levels was pretty good, right?
Honestly, I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. Because so much of it was from games I've never played, so I didn't really have any context.
Sometimes I hear music from games that I haven't played before, and I'm like, and I'm just like, wow, that sounds really good.
For me,
Like, I've used some music from games I've never played in some of my YouTube videos. For example, I used, in one of my earlier videos, something from Revelations Persona, despite never playing it.
For me, I typically need to play the game of Origin before I start liking its music. It was like that with the Crash Bandicoot series especially.
Other times, I use the music for games I intend to play in the future. And sometimes, like, when I'm looking forward to a game, I'll listen to the soundtrack before it comes out, and then I can pick out some tracks I like from there. I'd usually do that with Ace Attorney when there's a new game.
Okay, there hasn't been chat. Can I get you to focus on the... Whatever. I'm gonna roll the wheel again since I just beat a boss.
Okay.
Ah! You can't see it, but it just picked Link. Thanks, game. Although I've actually gotten decent with Link. You'd be surprised how much having an analog stick makes Link more playable. And yeah, I'm using a Switch Pro controller. It's wired, but it works. Pipe Platformer by Dark Lord Kainar. Great, the first level I'm playing with Link is a heavy platforming stage. That's the best.
Yeah, that's a good combination.
Because unlike every other character, Link does not have a run button. He just runs on his own after a while. He's kind of like Sonic in that way.
Yeah, I had, like, one of my projects I was making, like, I had some pretty big jumps, and then I realized Link wasn't a good fit for these levels, and I intended for him to be playable, so I think I just removed him as a playable character.
If I ever released any SMBX episodes back in the day, I probably would have done the same thing.
You know, maybe if I don't actually release a normal episode, I should at least put together a collection of the levels that I've made. Just so the stuff's out there and not lost forever.
It's official. This random nobody on the internet cares more about game preservation than the majority of AAA companies. To be honest, that's not a surprise, but, you know. Had to make the joke in there somewhere, because I just watched an hour-long video about the topic. Oh, what was it? It was Games as a Service is Fraud is the name of the video. Done by Apocalypse Farm?
Yeah.
Some name like that.
The last video I saw that had anything to do with game preservation was by Scott the Woz. It was about physical versus digital games.
It's just the problem is even with certain physical games, if the company turns off the server, it doesn't matter that you own a copy of the game physically. It's not going to work anyway. And that's what that video was about. Basically, games as a service is kind of bullshit because you still have a good, not a service, when you buy the game.
Yeah.
So it essentially is fraud if the company forbids you from using the good you've purchased just because they flick a switch and turn it off.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, subscription-based games like, oh, dare I mention League of Legends? They can be exempt from that because they charge you a monthly subscription fee, so... I've been getting League of Legends ads again and it drives me nuts. I freaking hate the ads they run for that game.
Yeah, I find a lot.
Whoever is head of marketing at League of Legends, I despise you and everything that you do. I'd say I don't give a fuck, but your decisions actually affect me, so I don't.
You know, I'm wondering if I should do a YouTube video about Super Mario Bros. X, like a review or something.
How do you review a game when... I guess you could review The Invasion 2 or something.
But
how do you review SMBX as a package without
I don't know. I don't really
judging the
know,
quality of
like-
any of the episodes?
like,
Mundrian
I
Grid
don't
by
know.
Ninate Hollows.
I don't know. Maybe it would be a review of the engine and the level editor and stuff you could do with it.
I think a Mario Maker 2 review would be more relevant.
Just release the review when Mario Maker 2 comes out, and just call it something like "Not Mario Maker 2."
You have a month. It's coming out mid-June, I think.
I probably won't make it.
I kind of hope Mario Maker 2 does add some sort of world system. Whether it's just you can bundle episodes, you can bundle levels together Super Mario Bros. Style, or if you actually get to design a small world map. I don't care, I just want the ability to do that.
Honestly, I feel like it could be a while before we could do a Mario 3 or world map, but to be able to at least put them together in like a pack would be nice.
Like even Super Mario Bros. Deluxe style, where you just get a view of Mario traveling like through a small area. Like, you could only design it, you can only select from a preset, but it'd still be something.
Yeah.
Because like 100 Mario Challenge is fine and all, but wouldn't it be nice to have the option?
And while we're on the topic of Mario Maker, why the hell can't you search levels on the 3DS version?
I wouldn't know.
Stupid. Like, all you can do is view recommended levels or do the 100 Mario Challenge. You can't actually enter codes or search through them.
Wait, why can't you enter codes on the 3DS version?
I have no idea. Apparently Nintendo thought we wouldn't want to do it on the 3DS version.
That's the point of Mario Maker!
I mean, people that bought the 3DS version probably got it because they didn't have the Wii U version or didn't even have a Wii U at all.
Case in point.
And yeah, Mario Maker 2 is coming out, so there's no reason for them to get the 3DS version, but we didn't always know that Mario Maker 2 was going to come to the Switch.
Well, it's not really coming to the Switch because it's being made for the Switch.
Yeah.
Just to nitpick your terminology there.
Although, is it really more a sequel or more of like an expansion to the original Mario Maker?
They added slopes. It's a goddamn sequel.
That's all it takes to make a sequel. Fucking slopes.
There, we added slopes. Can you guys shut up now?
Why are they in the Super Smash Bros. Stage?
They wanted to give you a sneak peek of Mario Maker 2, apparently, even though the Switch wasn't even out at that point. Maybe they were gonna add it in a Mario Maker update, and then just decided, fuck it, we're abandoning the Wii U, let's just make a sequel. The Hop by Zero Mem. Another platforming stage with Link. Wish me luck.
Well, they did give up on the Wii U early. It ended way earlier than most consoles.
Oh, I don't want a fire flower. You can have it, Kelly. Why can't I use my fairy? Okay, fine, I'll take the fire flower. What do you even have to say? You read the title, that... Oh, shut up, Kelly! Oh. First death. And of course it was falling off the stage.
Rip.
If I die one more time, I'm changing characters. That's the addendum to my character switch rule. Every time I beat a boss, or if I die 3 times in the same freaking part of the stage. I should not be expected to play a platforming stage with Link. Oh, there's a beanstalk. I think that lets me skip it. Okay. Fine, I'll persist with Link a little bit longer. I wonder if anyone's tried to mod the Terraria character in the place of Link. That sounds insane, but they do spawn with a copper short sword. Let's not forget that about that copper short sword.
Eventually I need to sit down and play Terraria for real.
Instead of just building penises out of dirt.
Yeah. Hey, I do that in Minecraft too. Although, I'm not sure if I actually use dirt in Minecraft.
Yeah, you have the decency to use cobblestone in Minecraft.
Because I actually have cobblestone. Although, wasn't it Desmo that did it last time?
I think you blamed him, but it was actually you.
The one on your roof?
I honestly don't know.
'Cause, like,
I wasn't there to witness anybody because I had just gotten back from the forest and was cleaning up other
like
shit at the
the
same
one
time.
made out, I know the one made out of dirt inside your house was Desmo, but who knows? Maybe I did do the one on the roof. I can't remember.
Can't remember if you were an immature asshole.
Which is usually all the time. So, what do you think you'll do for your next Minecraft series if you are going to do one?
I don't want to bounce right into another Minecraft series,
Yeah, I know.
but
It would be good to have a bit of a break.
for the next one, that was close. I'm working on a hardcore Castlevania knockback. God damn it!
Oof.
Okay, I know I said 3 times in the same area, but I've done it 3 times on the same stage, so I'm switching my character.
Okay, then.
It picked Link again! No! Toad. I'll accept that. I will accept Mr. Red Spots. At least he controls like a normal freaking character.
God, what is with some of the games on Steam?
You wanna know something I'm excited about that's on Steam?
What?
New Hat in Time DLC.
You know, my mind was about to go over to Hat in Time, because, like, I do remember seeing a video on my homepage announcing something new for it. What was it, online multiplayer?
It was online party mode, which is basically Battle Royale Hat in Time edition. As far as I can tell. There's only 50 players, but damn.
Well, Hat in Time is on my wish list. I'll get it eventually. But right now, I have $1.54 on Steam.
Is that why your name is Dollar Luigi? Because you only have $1 in your Steam wallet?
Well, back when I came up with the name, I didn't even have a single dollar.
I mean, I'm not really one to talk. I only have 4, but still.
Hey, your name's Gameactive, and you're not always very active.
See, can I get up there with the jump? No, wait, I've tried that. I've tried that jump many a times. I cannot make that jump. This means I have to abandon my shoe, which means I might as well just use my shoe to get myself up there. Because I want to play the bonus stages, darn it. The bonus stages are good. Some of the best in the game, in fact. The Nightmare Universe by Pyro Doom. I barely read that, but I'm pretty sure that's what that said. Damn it, the coins are ruining the color scheme. Thanks, Toad. Also, for some bizarre reason, Toad gets a double jump with the leaf rather than actually hovering. Because he falls almost just as fast. It's almost like a precursor to the Super Crown in a way.
Oh god. I can't think of the Super Crown without thinking about Bowsette. And it makes me want to die.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I mean, yeah, I thought the joke was funny the first time, but it blew up and turned into Roll 34. Everybody's horny. That's
Oh,
when it
well,
went
there's
too
some
far.
good jokes that came out of that. Like, one of my background wallpapers is actually, like... It's like an edit, kind of, except it's original art as far as I can tell. Of the Super Smash Brothers poster, except... Is Super Crown Brothers Ultimate
I think
spelled like Toadette.
I think I've
And
seen
it says,
that one
everyone is Peach.
I'm pretty sure.
And literally every character is a Peachette form. Some of them are actually pretty cute. So, and like Kirby, the only exception is Kirby, who's just wearing Peach's crown.
You know, I won't lie, some gender-bent versions of characters from games I've played, I will admit, they actually looked pretty cute.
And also, there was a short comic done by the Boogeyman, who's responsible for the Three Little Princesses series, that was basically the aftermath of the Super Crown, where Mario, Bowser, and Peach all get together and decide they need to destroy it. They throw it into a lava pool, but guess what the lava pool turns into?
What?
You know exactly what it turns into.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking flaming magma princess.
We're talking about the crown. That's right. I just realized my announcement about the stream, it was typed out, but I forgot to hit enter.
Ah, damn it! Now you know why I don't have you hired on my PR department.
You have a PR department?
Apparently! I just made it up so that I could tell you were fired.
Now I know how Patrick feels.
Alright, Kelly is telling me more lore. That,
Okay.
quote, legend of RMN Bros, end quote, isn't so legendary. It's an in-game rendition of real-world events. Oh god, here we go. The gods are just game devs, and the worlds are the games in the series. Yeah, we're fictional. Get over it. Already over it, Kelly. You can probably get the gist of it if you think about it, but I won't bore you with the details. We have bigger problems to worry about. Like the fact that we're facing our first major boss in Mobile Mines by Halle Bavica. Whom, correct me if I'm wrong, is the lead developer on Super RMN World? I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I'll go look up Super Mario RMN World right now. Let's see what I find.
It's a good episode. In fact, I think I could safely get away with saying it's my favorite.
Yes, Halle Bavica
Babica?
is the lead.
Really?
Is the lead.
Oh. Gonna put this down without breaking it? Thank you. Oh, this is an interesting bug. I'm not sure if I should consider this a bug. There was an enemy carrying a coin, and when I froze the enemy and pick up the ice block, the coin is still following the enemy. That's cool, I guess. Croco's gonna pay me back in spades, kid. What did Toad ever do to you, Croco? I know what you did to me personally. You kicked my ass multiple times because I was terrible at RPGs. Still am in a way. I still haven't beaten Super Mario RPG. I got stuck at the freaking wedding cake boss.
Super Mario RPG, I never got that far in it because, like, it's one of those games where if you don't grind, you're not going to get very far. So...
I have never heard that from anyone else.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, I've played Super Mario RPG, and I can't actually get anywhere without grinding. Plus,
all the sources that I remember told me it was super easy, and that I was probably just doing something wrong, which, knowing my experience with RPGs, I probably was.
Well, I haven't really... The thing is, I haven't really had this issue with other RPGs I've played. And also, the place where I left off in RPG, it's kind of like this confusing maze area.
Oh, the sunken ship. People told me horror stories about that.
It's the part with the sewer, because, like, I have no idea where the warps are supposed to lead. I got lost.
Oh, the sewer area?
Yeah.
I didn't have that much trouble with that part.
I'm sure I'll get back to it eventually, but I'm not really wanting to get back to it anytime soon. I mean, the Super Nintendo games that I'm focusing on now are Yoshi's Island and Earthbound.
All right, this time Punchinello will be famous for sure. Try with all your might, you can never lift these mesobombs. Well, I don't plan to, Punchinello. He hurt himself. I've never seen that happen before. I guess RNG's was on my side. Then I ended up hitting myself with the bomb. Oh, come on, Toad. Yeah, but I'm personally not the biggest fan of Super Mario RPG. I much prefer the Paper Mario series. You know, at the point before it got bad. Ow. Guess that's what I get for talking smack about Paper Mario, even though I was talking smack about the bad parts of Paper Mario. You know.
Yeah.
A game that shall not be named, and the game that followed it that tried but didn't win. Didn't win me over. Even though I had the console that it released on when so few people did.
The only Paper Mario games that matter are the first 3.
Some might even argue that Super isn't worth the time of day, and I say bullshit!
I mean...
Sure, I agree that the art style is, well...
But I feel
kinda
like
simple,
most Paper
but-
Mario fans you'll talk to will say Super was good.
Super is Desmond's favorite, in fact.
I mean, mine's still the 1,000-Year Door, but Super, that one was still good.
It had a really good story and, you know, writing that you'd expect of the Paper Mario series, so I say it's a perfectly good game. May not
Yeah,
have been
'cause,
an
like,
RPG, but it was still damn good.
Because, like, sometimes I like it when a game actually tries something different. Like, Super's a good example of that. I think Etrian Odyssey 4 is a good example of that, too. So, yeah. But then again, trying new things doesn't always work. I may have liked the car gameplay in Mario Party 9, but no one else does. Because I won't lie, the gameplay in Mario Party games did feel pretty repetitive, because it was like the same thing for 8 or so games.
Oh, I thought 8 wasn't that bad.
I mean, yeah, I liked 7 and 8, because those were some of the first I played. But still, it was nice to have something different.
I personally think the GameCube Mario Parties kind of suck by comparison. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing in half of the minigames in those... in 4, 5, and
Like-
7.
Because, like, when it comes to Mario Party games, I believe the popular opinion is to hate the GameCube ones, although I think people appreciate those ones more now that Mario Party 9 and 10 are a thing. But,
Oh, ain't that always the case?
but their
You
favorites
don't know
are
what you
always
have
one-
until it's gone.
Yeah, their favorites are always 1, 2, and 3. And,
Which I'm also
you know,
going to call BS on, because the one time I did play one of the N64 Mario parties, I was just like, this is so slow.
I've only played 2 of the original. Like, I will admit I liked 1, and I would say it's one of my favorites, but that's just nostalgia speaking. And Mario Party 2 I thought was just okay. Plus, a handful of minigames in Mario Party 2 were just reused from Mario Party 1. And I've never really played 3, but I hear that one's pretty good. And then 4 is like the only one on the GameCube people actually like.
I thought 6 looked really good. But that may just
I've
be
pl-
because of the runaway guys and Chugga's lost innocence, if you know what I'm referencing there.
I have played Mario Party 6, and I can say it is actually pretty fun.
Hmm.
And as someone that's owned 7, that one's a pretty good one too. Both of them are like some of the only GameCube games to actually use the microphone that doesn't work very well. But I won't lie, some of the microphone minigames are pretty fun to play. Especially the 1 versus 3 ones. Those ones are always a blast.